Hello everybody, how are you? My name's Arn Menconi, and I'm hopefully, if we all vote and tell people in the next 15 days, I could be one of your next U.S. senators for the great state of Colorado.
My name is Lilly Tang Williams. First time ever running for U.S. Senate. Also first Chinese immigrant from Laos, China to run for U.S. Senate. Hope you can vote for me.
All right, we got to warm up the crowd here. So I want to tell you, I was just in Washington, D.C. yesterday getting arrested on the Capitol steps. We did a die-in for the people who are being killed by American bombs. How many countries do you think America is at war with right now? Here's a hint. 5. How many countries are we bombing? 7. We're in an endless war against something called terrorism. We're not following Article 2 of the Constitution, and it's an illegal war. And the reason I jumped into this race is because I have 2 young children. I have a 10 and 11-year-old. They will only know endless war. They will know an oligarchy that is committing war crimes for the empire. And I can't live with the moral nihilism of our government, killing innocent people and breeding terrorism. I believe I have blood-drenched hands. I believe Americans have blood-drenched hands if we are not laying down on the Capitol, if we are not laying down in the streets like we did in the 60s, like people did in the 60s. The other reason I'm running for office is because we have something that's not global warming and not climate change. It's an environmental destruction. And I believe that everyone over 30 should be ashamed of themselves if they're not in action for the generation under 30 and our grandchildren in the next generation. They should not have to inherit what we are about to give them, raising sea levels of 20 to 30 feet in the next 20 to 30 years. And our U.S. Senators, Michael Bennet and Cory Gardner, think we can frack our way into clean energy or oil. The other reason I'm running is the one that you've heard so much about, so I don't need to discuss it, and that's the inequality gap that keeps on accelerating. Except the super rich, the top 1% are getting richer and everybody else is getting poorer. And the fourth reason is for Black Lives Matter and racial injustice. All right? We need to stop militarizing our police departments and stop killing innocent black men and having a black president and a black attorney general who will not indict or arrest police officers who are committing modern-day lynching. And I'm able to stand up here and say this because I was a Democrat. I campaigned for Michael Bennet. I campaigned for Barack Obama. And I couldn't say that when I was a county commissioner. I can say that now because I'm not taking special interest money and I'm not beholden to the global corporate mafia. I'm beholden to the truth and justice. I'm not standing up here even asking you for your vote. I'm standing up here asking you, does anyone have any conviction left in the next 15 days? I'm standing up here saying, are we alive or are we asleep? I'm saying up here, how many people can really believe that they have blood-drenched hands? Because when you pay taxes, when you go ahead and vote for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump or Michael Bennet or anyone who's an RRD, you're perpetuating endless wars. You're going to perpetuate global warming or environmental destruction, inequality gap, and racial injustice. And when I laid down on those steps yesterday, with my friends who I had just met, a former Army officer, served 18 years, millennials who live in Washington State, Florida, Indiana, and Michigan, we laid down to be dead. so that we could understand and show people what we're doing as activists, to wake up the hearts and the souls, because our souls are on fire. We need to act now, not after November 8th, not when Hillary Clinton gets elected and we could go to the inaugural and try to shut down the inaugural, because we've been gaslighted by mainstream media. This will not happen again. There won't be another Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders. If you're as old as me or older, we can tell you this is a historic election. We're fighting for truth and justice, and I want you to fight with me. Can I have those? So when Lily's done talking and the presidential candidates are done talking, we could do a direct action in the streets. We could do a laydown in Boulder tonight. We could all stand up for truth and justice. Because you know what, folks? They're not going to care. They're not going to care if you get arrested. This is a Stasi state, folks. I've been arrested in Hofstra. I've been arrested in the Senate hearing. They have mad security. We know this. But when are we going to wake up? When are we going to lay down? When are we going to represent the people that we've already killed? We can do this tonight. So if you want to do a direct action with me tonight, and there's more than 10 of you, we will lay down in the streets of Boulder, and on Real Progressive and other stations, we will show what mainstream media won't show, the truth. Thank you. Peace. Spread the love.
Well, my name is Lilly Tang Williams, LillyForLiberty.com. I'm running for U.S. Senate because I truly believe I am the best advocate for personal liberty, for small limited government, for economical freedom. I grew up in communist China for 24 years. I did not have choices of any kind. I did not have a chance to vote. I did not have opportunity to eat the food I want to eat. We live on food ration coupons. And our home was wide open for anybody who wants to come in to inspect. Make sure you are politically correct. No privacy. Private property and privacy were two foreign concepts to me. I lived like that way under Mao's Cultural Revolution for 10 years. I truly understand what freedom means because I did not have any. If you hate endless wars, if you hate two-party duopoly, if you hate government abuse of power, intrusion of your privacy, and chronic capitalism, then you should be like me, have a libertarian heart. All those problems you talk about are caused by big, unlimited government. Have you ever heard of small government going to all over the world, be world policemen? Have you heard of a small government will come in, seize your private property without your consent, without due process? So I am the best candidate in this race for our constitutional republic, for personal freedom. I could not even wear my hair down growing up in China because you got to have government-approved hairstyles. And you got to sing the songs they want you to sing. You cannot talk about boys and girls. It's not politically correct. And they also tell you what kind of thoughts you should have. If you have incorrect political thoughts, you could go to prison. I have lived under tyranny. The reason I'm running for office, so I can have a platform to share my stories with all of you. How precious is freedom, and how precious you have a free country so far, but it's going down the wrong path. I want to use my stories to wake up all Americans. If you truly want freedom for your children, you want a peaceful world for your grandchildren, then you need to get involved now. You cannot just keep voting the same way. You cannot keep doing the same thing over and over again. Status quo wants you to vote the same old way. Establishment uses fear-mongering to tell you how to vote. I always vote for best candidate. I don't need leaders. I can lead myself. I come to this country with $100 in my pocket, could not speak English, $1,200 in debt to my American sponsor. I am an American living dream today to run for U.S. Senate, have my own business, working from home. How great is that? We still have the great country right now, but it's up to you to keep that way, to increase more freedom, not less freedom, to trust your fellow citizens to run their lives, to run their business, to educate their children. Not up to government to come in to tell you, to control your life, to invade your privacy, to tell you what is the right way to behave. So please check me out, lilyforliberty.com. I'm hoping that you will send a powerful message to the less than 1% political elites. We no longer give you consent to run the country like you always do, to control our life like you always do. You want to tell them, we're supposed to give you the consent, what kind of power you should have. And you cannot infringe our rights. So please, vote different this year. This is third-party year. We have been kept out of debate, out of major press. But we are glad Free and Equal Election tonight is hosting this event for the third-party candidates. This is our country. We cannot buy into the duopoly. Only 9% of people voted in the primary to vote for those two other candidates. Our majority people should be united and to send a powerful message this year. Take our country back. Thank you.
Thank you. If you get